Welcome to another video. I wanted to go over how I make autocross videos, and maybe some of you guys will be able to use the information that I have in this video to make some awesome autocross videos of your own. So first off, what equipment am I using? So I've acquired a range of GoPros over the last year. So I have 4 GoPros that I put, not all of them on the car, but I have 4 GoPros to choose from. So I have an old Hero 3, a Hero 3 Plus, and then 2 Hero 8 Blacks. And then I also have a remote. The remote is key. So it allows me to turn all the GoPros on and off at the same time, record all at the same time. It is crucial for if you have a GoPro outside of the car, or even if it's just in a hard to reach location. Like I sometimes have the one right over my shoulder, right outside the window, but when I'm all strapped in, I can't actually reach that. So having the remote is key. I don't know how many GoPros it can actually start and stop and control. Usually I only have 3 on the car at a time. And then I also have a case that I have quickly outgrown, so I need to get a bigger one or get some multiple ones for all the GoPros. It's good to have a case so you can organize all your fittings and things like that that you need, and just to keep them in good condition. Because I mean, it is a glass screen on the back of these ones. These ones do have a case that helps keep them safe. All right, so where do I put all these GoPros? If you've watched the videos, I have one inside. So this is the camera that I have inside the car. It's mounted up in the passenger windshield. It's kind of mounted up high enough to where it's not really messing with the passenger. If there's there, it will be in their view, obviously. But it's more for just focusing on the driver, for just this conversation back and forth, kind of before and after the videos. So this is a camera that you wouldn't really need unless you were actually trying to do YouTube videos. I think it doesn't really show you too much other than just the driver, but it gives you no perspective of the course or any of the cones. But this is one that I always have set up just for the YouTube purposes. Up above here, I do have the microphone, so that's how the audio comes out decent enough. I mean, the car is loud. There's no insulation in here, so we do hear the car a lot. So having this microphone right up here, right above the driver, really helps to be able to hear on the videos and not just have a whole bunch of noise going on during the autocross before and after kind of videos that we do. I don't know if you can kind of see here, right in the center is where we have the mount at the moment for just getting the view of the course. I sometimes move that also to right over the driver's shoulder. I also have one that I put sometimes in the passenger front or up on the top. All right, so as far as getting these all mounted, I got this contraption that I acquired this year for doing the top mount. So I mount this on the back glass and it kind of overlooks the top of the cars. I was trying to kind of get like the car racing games, how you're kind of viewed from the back. I tried to extend this out further, but it's not sturdy enough, and the GoPro would move around a lot or fall completely over. But along with these suction cups, you got the GoPro suction cups, so that's what's actually mounted in the windshield. I have another one that I can mount around. You got the clip-in little 3M mounts. I got one of those on the front windshield right over there. I think that's the only one that I actually have stuck on the car. I think I have one actually on the gas tank to look kind of underneath the car. I don't usually use that view too much. Then since I do have a roll bar in the car, I have like a handlebar kind of mount, so that goes over the roll bar, and I have a GoPro that sticks out the driver's side window. In the last video, I moved it to be right in the center of the car on the roll bar, and that gave a good like view through the windshield, view of the driver. So I think I'm going to kind of switch up between those two views of moving it between the center or the driver's side shoulder. You guys can let me know which one you kind of preferred, which one kind of looks the better. Another thing that I liked about the Hero 8s is they got the boost, and I think it's 7-Up all have the hyper smooth boost feature. So that kind of helps smooth out any of the vibration that could be there. Normally, I didn't really have too much issue with vibration since it is originally mounted on the car, but it also gives a cool, if you have it on the right settings, it will kind of, the camera will move with the G-forces. So it kind of gives it a cool kind of gimbal look, I think. So as you're going around a left turn, the camera will kind of turn to the left a little bit, and I think it kind of looks cool. It could also get a little confusing if it's moving around too much. I think so far it's worked out pretty well. I only have it turned on one of the cameras. The other ones I kind of leave alone. These ones are too old. They don't have that feature. The inside one is also really good for audio because it doesn't have any wind noise. Putting a GoPro outside, it is good to either use something inside for wind noise or route the microphone inside for wind noise. I did used to do that until I got the more GoPros, or put a windscreen around the GoPros. So I do have a windscreen that goes around the Hero 8, so it just kind of goes around the whole thing. I'm not sure where it is right at the moment, but it just goes, so it puts a windscreen over this little microphone. There might be another microphone. I thought there was two on these, maybe this side one here, to help muffle any wind noise that you do get from these ones. And you can find them for different the different GoPros. I think the one that I have works for the 8, 9, 10s. On the GoPros, so I have an 8. What I really like about these ones is it's got the screen on the back, which once you go to a 9 or a 10, you get a screen on the front and the back. So I don't have to worry about battery life being drained with having the screen on the front. If I was doing, the screen on the front would be useful for like up in the cab facing me so I could actually see, but kind of just point it and it seems to work pretty well. But the thing about the 8s and up, I don't know if the 7s have it, I'm not really sure, but I know the 8s and ups have GPS, and that is the main thing that I use now to get all the overlays that I put on the videos, which I will go over that later. But yeah, that is all pulled from the GPS from the GoPros, which is really nice. Before I was using Track Addict on just a tablet with external GPS, and I would pull in all the data, the GPS speed and position from that. But that has acted up on me quite a bit, and while the GoPros do act up, these ones do seem to be pretty reliable at getting all the data that I need. So as I said, I have a lot of GoPros that I put around the car. That is all for doing the YouTube videos mainly. If I was just to do videos for myself, I'd probably only have one camera, maybe two on the car to get a good perspective of the car going through the course, of the driver, and I'm thinking about maybe one on the other side or maybe facing back so you can start to see cones. That's where one of the 3D cameras maybe comes in, would really come in handy. You'd be able to see the course, and then you can also pivot around and see if you hit any cones. But having a camera on both sides of the car can actually show you how close or far you are from the cones as you're going through the course. So it can really help you improve your driving, because the passenger side is where most people have trouble really gauging how far away they are on cones. So putting the camera on that side and reviewing it afterwards can really help you figure out, okay, I can get a lot closer to those cones than I thought that I could, or oh, I was maybe a little too close. That's why I kept clipping and hitting that one on that side every time. Kind of things like that is really helpful to review after the event. It's really hard to review during the event. I haven't seen anybody really reviewing footage in between runs. People are reviewing data in between runs, but footage, that one's a lot harder to try to review. And then having something that can see like the car and maybe also the driver is really useful to see where you're looking, if you're turning your head enough, looking far enough ahead, and then just your hand placement. One thing that I used to do a lot, and I got called out by my friends, when doing like a hard turn, I would sometimes roll the steering wheel in my hand, kind of like a bus driver. So I got, as a joke, one of the little bus driver spinny things to go onto the steering wheel. So that was fun. So that was one that I needed to try to break, to not be doing that with the steering wheel as I was going through the course. Your hand can accidentally slip or something can happen. You need to have your hands firmly on the steering wheel at all times. All right, now you have all the footage. What do you do with it? What is your plan with the footage? Do you just want to upload it for your friends onto Facebook, onto YouTube or whatever? Or are you trying to make some actual YouTube videos with it? So that's something that you just need to try to figure out. If you're just trying to upload the videos for your viewing or for friends viewing, just uploading it to your computer or to your cell phone is probably the easiest. If you use the GoPro app on your phone, you can actually upload the videos to your phone and then do overlays onto the videos from your phone. There is not a computer app in order to do this from GoPro, so it all has to be done on your phone or on a tablet, unfortunately. But so once you have the video into the GoPro app, you can put in overlays like GPS position, so then you can actually see the course that you're going through. You can put on speed, so you can see the speed that you're going at that time. One thing that I will note is the data collected by these. I don't know the frequency of these, of the GPS, but I'm sure it's not that great. So if you actually are trying to use the data for like actual data review and not just for entertainment, I would recommend getting like an external Bluetooth GPS that has like at least a 10 hertz GPS frequency. That way you can actually get more data coming in. So 10 hertz means that it's sampling 10 times every second, so you can get a nice plot and data speed of your run. Autocross runs are so short, they need more data coming in to be able to clearly see all of your acceleration, braking, turning points, and things like that. All right, so say you want to get the videos onto your computer. I've only found one program that really gives a good way to put the videos and do overlays, whether it's using the data from the GPS, using the Track Addict app, or the data from the GoPro. I've only found that the HP Tuner's Race Render, which also makes the Track Addict app, that's the only program that I found that when I put in a GoPro video from like the 8, that it recognizes that there is data embedded in that video and can pull it out. I haven't found another program. There's probably some out there, but that seems to be the easiest one to use, I find, because for one, the program is free as long as your videos are less than 3 minutes, and then you also have some other stipulations, but the program is free, and then you can just easily put in your GoPro videos or other videos and then in the data, and then you can put in different overlays that you want. There's a lot of different templates that you can use. You can change the template, the overlays in many different ways. Even more ways if you actually buy the program. So it's a good way to personalize the video for how you want it. The GoPro app, I don't think really has much personalization in how the overlays look. It has maybe a few options, but you're basically stuck with that, where the Race Render, you can go in and change all kinds of colors and fonts and the size of things and everything like that. If you notice on my autocross videos, the little car that's moving on the course, I changed it to gray because the car is gray. And just little things like that kind of help personalize it for you. All right, that covers it for making autocross videos. The key things are Making sure that the camera is secure. You don't want to have the video moving, shaking around or anything like that. Make sure it is secure. You will get much better quality videos. You'll be able to use the videos for a lot of different things, whether you just want to show off to your friends or YouTube or for actual data analysis. The next thing is sound. You don't want a lot of wind noise. It just distracts from the video. It can distract from kind of telling what the car is doing. You want to try to get your sound from inside the car. That way it's away from the wind noise. You can actually hear what the engine of the car is doing, so you can tell if you're getting on it, you're easing up, you're coasting, you're braking. All that kind of stuff is really helpful for any kind of data review of the videos. You can look through and be like, okay, I was on it this entire time, or oh, I was coasting here and I should have been full throttle through this section. If you can actually hear what the car is doing, that will really help your review of that footage. So make sure that you either have some kind of windscreen on your cameras to help if you do have to mount them outside, or run a microphone inside the car. And then from there, just what do you want to actually show? Are you trying to show just the course? So you want to mount the camera forward of the driver, or are you trying to show the driver also along with the course, or just capture just the driver? So kind of frame what you want to actually capture, what you want to actually use with the video. If you're using it for data analysis, I think having some of the outside of the car and some of the driver is the best, or maybe move it around and get different shots. How many cameras you want to use or need to use is also kind of, you need to try to figure out what you're trying to do with the videos. A remote is very helpful. I recommend getting the remote. And from there, just go out and have fun. Autocross is all about just having fun. Sometimes we get wrapped up in the competition, but go out, have fun, make some cool videos, show them with your friends, make some cool YouTube videos with them. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.